Howdy folks, and welcome back to this Let's Play.
Happy little child.
PlayerUnknown's Battleground. Right, we're approaching from the south side of the map, as you can see on the map. We are passing our way through this. Trying to find a good location.
Aduh, ketawa kalian. Aduh, aduh.
Shut up, low shits. Shut up, low shits. Shut up.
Be a good location.
Shit. Are you looking in this window? No.
Yeah, let's just jump. We're just going to head to the west of the bridge itself, slightly towards the west. Going to go into some of the buildings here. As you can see, I've got a pretty steep angle of descent, which increased my speed. I'm not the fastest because that's about 234. But I'm just making my way towards these buildings here. Let's have a look. Is there anyone else in the area here? So just rotating the camera freely now. There's someone basically heading towards the buildings just behind me, but I don't see anyone heading towards the same buildings. Apologies. Right, what do we got? Yeah, we're making a nice landing here. We're just going to check out what we can actually find in these buildings here. Do keep your ears open, just in case someone else has decided to approach the same location. Ooh, nice vest straight away. Well, best weapon? No, not really. Smoke grenade, but yeah, okay. That is some ammunition, some kit. There's nothing really here useful, unfortunately. It's pretty much always the same with that particular room. There's never, or hardly ever, anything in there that's of good use. Now, it's nice to find some ammunition here, but it would be even nicer if I can just find myself a good weapon. I'm just going to run around here, just go into that second building here, that compound that I basically landed in. Close the door behind me, just in case another player arrives. They will not straight away see where I've actually headed off to. Alright, put my helmet on. Helps me, of course, provides me with some protection. Different pants, yeah, good idea. Nothing else, there's still one room to go. Let's see what we can find in there. Well, it's not really a proper scope, but it is an attachment for the weapon. So we're kind of weaponless still. Let's head towards that little outbuilding here. See if we get lucky. Yes, we do get lucky. There's an Uzi here, and there's a pretty decent helmet here as well. Right, once I've loaded this pistol, let's pick up the helmet. And pick up the Uzi, of course, as well. Right, picking up as much stuff as I can here. Thought I heard someone. Am I mistaken? Okay, let's go. Uzi is a nice starter weapon. It's not really what you want to have for the long run, but it's a nice weapon to start off with because it's got a relatively high rate of fire. As you can see, I swap over to the auto fire mode. Should help me quite nicely with that weapon. All right. Is there anything in here? Just check out these buildings here. Just be careful because, of course, ooh. And I got my first kill. And now he had some nice stuff on him, like for example a backpack. Guess I would take over his backpack. Let's check out what other weapons he's got. Do I want to pick up any of them? Yeah, the UMP9 is quite nice. Some nice attachments to that as well. Plus, of course, he had some health kits, which luckily I don't need at the moment. But yeah, let's put some of the attachments on there. As you can see, I at the moment actually drag and drop. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can actually just drop them straight onto there, or just right-click on there. Or the system automatically tries to assign them. All right, let's put another weapon in our hands. Another grip on there. Nope. None of the other attachments really help. Alright. I'm spending quite a bit of time on actually going through his gear, but probably should not really have done that. But yeah, at the very least, let's go through it. Again, setting that weapon to full auto. Loading the second weapon as well. Trying to get the best out of this. Alright. Ah, nice. Another drink. Had been a little bit risky what I did there. Basically staying in the building so long with the door open. Technically, if I basically fired my weapon already in full auto, that actually created a situation where, of course, other players that had been nearby would have actually heard me and could potentially have come by to investigate. Right. Extra ammunition. Always welcome, particularly when you got a high rate of fire on your weapons. Extra ammunition is always a good addition. Another medical kit. Again, great bit of extra gear to get early on, or actually even later on. But yeah, having a nice scope. Let's see, what can we drop? Put the scope on the top weapon and put a holoscopic on the secondary weapon. Nice, I like that coat. Too bad it's grey. I prefer the darker version, but right, ammunition. Do I need any of this weapon? This ammunition? Let's check the caliber out. Do I have this caliber at all? No, I got two different calibers, the 7.52 and the 9mm, so let's get rid of all the other ammunition and let's just stick to those two calibers. Gives me a bit more carrying capacity for more relevant gear. Now we're just outside of the zone. There is a red zone there. Now it looks like the zone is really focusing in on the military base here. Flash hider for the SMG. Now I believe I already have one. Yeah, so it's exactly the same attachment I already had, so I'm just dropping that again just to basically create a bit of space in there once again. Alright, let's check out the rest of the stuff that we have here. Do I hear any other players nearby? Nope. Playground here in town. Yeah. Always keeping my eyes open. Have I been in this one? Was that me or was that someone else? I think that was me already. Yeah, that was me. Like, I basically in the same building. But you never know. It could actually have been entered by a third party in the meantime. I'm gonna make my way towards those buildings in the distance there. Got myself a nice scope, and since I'm out in the open, good idea to basically equip the weapon with the scope on there. Let's check out what we're seeing here. Very carefully. Do I see some movement there? I'm not quite sure. No, it seems to be clear. Hold on. Let's make my way closer to that building. Oh, that looks like a car over there. I missed that earlier. But let's just keep on moving, and this door is open. Thus, if I'm going indoor here, I want to basically have my fast firing weapon in hand. Now, it looks like that other door has been opened already, so most likely the player has already left the building. Unless they just put that up as a distraction. Let's keep on looking around. No, I can't really use that. Nope. Nothing too useful in here. Alright, we're in the zone at the moment, but let's keep an eye out on what actually we see in terms of other players here. On a ridgeline, which of course exposes us to other players relatively quickly. But at the same time, of course, it creates a situation where from we could potentially take some shots at other players as well. Now, ultimately, I probably want to get across that bridge there, but let's first check out what else we find in the area here. There's a car there. Let's make my way there. I'm zigzagging a little bit, as you can see. Just because I don't want to basically be a too easily shot target. Don't want people to just be able to just bang, take me down. Again, equipping my Uzi. Or the UMP9 really. Let's get on the road. Fuel is less than half full, and I'm actually using my afterburners on here. That of course means I'm going to go to quicker. Now, I can actually hear other players engaged in some firefights. Go back on the road here. This gives me more stable position, plus actually allows you to get higher speeds at the same time. Just cut in the corner here and try to get to the bridge. Now, given the actual zone that we got here, it might potentially be beneficial for us to basically take up the bridge as being a sniper position. So let's slow down a little bit in a second. Let's stop over here. There's actually a player there. I might have seen him. Get into the bridge. No, he's gone. Alright, let's stay here until the actual zone starts contracting. Let's keep on looking just behind me, just in case someone else sneaks up behind me. We're nicely out in the open, well, relatively out in the open. We're in the middle of the bridge, well, a little bit over the middle of the bridge, but as you can see, the zone has collapsed. I'd love to be able to see where the zone contracts to. Now, as you can see, that the system automatically tried to indicate at the bottom right already that the zone has collapsed to where I need to travel to, which is the west-southwest of here, which probably means that I'm going to get a significant number of players passing over the bridge here. Let's check out again what's behind me. Don't see anyone else there. Good. There's people approaching. Do you want to take a shot now, or do you want to wait a little bit? Second one. Should have reloaded. Dang. Will there be other players passing over? I probably should have used my Uzi straight off, particularly when they're getting so close. Right, there's 46 players left in total. Was it just these two that passed over the bridge? It looks like it, but just keep an eye out just in case they're trying to snipe me from behind. You never know. No one else crossing the bridge. Pity. Now they could of course get into a position where they will do exactly the same to me that I did to them. Try to take them out upon passing. So we'll keep on checking out what's behind me. Moving slightly as well, because again, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. Let's check out what I can do with the grenades. Getting a bit bored, playing around a bit. And again, if you're in a situation like this, you probably shouldn't be playing around too much. You really want to focus on what you're doing, but yeah. Boredom. Trying to create a barrier between myself and the approach. Red zone. All the explosions occurring. As you can expect to see there. frame rate dropped a little bit when actually those explosions happened. It looks like someone is taking some pot shots at me. Just wondering from where. Ah, probably the hill behind me. Ooh, they took out one of my tires. Let's get back into the car. Let's see if we can get out of here. Zigzag a little bit, and as you can see, unfortunately my speed is not going to be as high. Bottom left on the screen, you can see that my tire was taken out. I'm actually driving around on the rims of the tire. I'm just going to make my way down here, try to avoid that sniper a little bit. You can see my traction on the surface is not as good as it was before. Pretty sure he's going to take another shot. Yeah, there you go. Another shot is taken out. I still don't see exactly where he is. Let's just see what I can do. He's only hitting the car. The dark car actually is sucking much. I can have my shoulders see. I can actually see where he might be. No such luck yet. Same guy still shooting at me. The car is suffering quite a bit of damage. About 20% of the health of the car left. So I do need to basically abandon the car shortly. As you can see all the holes in the car turning back. I would have expected to have an explosion by now, but okay. Let's check out this window. Still shooting at me. Let's check out what is on top. Anything useful? Nope. I'm not saying it's the same player. Could well be the same player, could well be another player who's taking shots at me. Really nothing useful in here, it looks like. Let's try to make my way towards the other building across the road. I will probably be shot at in the meantime. There you go. And I get hit. I just need to get out of there. Same level of backpack, unfortunately. Would have been nice if it was a better backpack, but yeah, you can't always get whatever you're looking for. Now, that was lucky. They didn't shoot at me this time. Right, let's see what I can actually make my way out of here. Up the hill. Zigzagging a little bit to try to avoid any enemy fire. Oh, that's me accidentally pressing my fire button. Sorry about that. Bit too quick on the trigger finger here. Let's check out where we get to. My son who basically just nipped in and basically scared me. Alright. Let's check this out. So we're approaching the base. Just going to set myself a potential movement target where I want to move to. Now, being up here should be in a relatively good position because of course you can hopefully take some pot shots at other players as they approach this region. But yeah, I want to basically find somewhere where at least I got a little bit of cover, so next to this tree trunk should be great. Alright, let's check out what's around in the area there. So 28 players left, 27. Just checking if I see any movement. It's really a great position up here. But yeah, as long as other people know that you're here, they should be able to see you relatively easily. So having something that blends in terms of colors with the remainder of the area around you should be quite helpful. That's not the best weapon to use for long range shots, but it still allows me to basically see more of the area around me as opposed to through the sniper scope on the other weapon. Just checking out whether there's anyone approaching from behind me, because of course the zone is collapsing into this area. I might have other players passing by me. As you can see, it is collapsing already. Keep an eye on things here. Double checking for movement again. Keeping my ears open as well at the same time. Alright. Double checking behind me once again. Luckily I don't need to apply any healing. Let's just take an energy drink or two. Plus some painkillers. As you can see, the zone is approaching us from behind. Or the wall, really, whatever you want to call it. I was kind of expecting to see some players passing by relatively close to here. It looks like we're going to have to move shortly. Someone got themselves killed. Down to 22 players. Do I see any movement? Checking the map briefly. Is there any movement here at all? You'd expect to see some movement somewhere at least. Now looking up in the that direction there, that's where we're going to have to head over to. I did see some movement there. Not sure whether I still see him or not. Just keep an eye on the remaining area around me as well. Depends on what kind of role you take. Whether you take a more active role going straight into the buildings itself, or more, yeah, like a sniping role like I'm doing here. Can actually mean of whether you're going to be really, really busy, or you have to be patient quite a bit. I was expecting to go from those buildings there. See people pass out of there. Nothing as of yet. At this stage I'm going to actually move a little bit closer into where the new zone is, because as you can see the actual zone is contracting already. Now it's contracting faster than I can actually walk, so yeah, I'll be overtaken by the wall. And that's going to happen just about now. There we go, yep. You can see I'm out in the open. Now luckily my health is still at full level, so that's good. I'll keep on running. But yeah, this late in the game, the actual damage you suffer from the wall is far bigger than you actually would have seen earlier on in the game. 17 players remaining. I see a player there up on the hill. So I need to be careful, because if he sees me, he could actually just take me. Ooh, yeah, someone has actually seen me. Someone's taking some shots at me. Let's heal up. There we go. Gives me a bit more playing room in terms of my movement before I actually suffer too much damage here. So back to the UMP9. Alright, let's have a look. Let's heal up again. Ouch. And I got taken down. I was hoped to basically be able to do something more, but thanks again. See you in the next one. Bye bye.